Just going live on all the platforms. Hello, good morning. Welcome to Thought for the Day. I thought I'd hold up a plant so you could see a different type of thumbnail. I'm live on YouTube, I'm live on Facebook, and I'm live on the Churchline Instagram. Isn't this a beautiful plant? This is a butterfly plant. And what's really cool about this plant is that its leaves open and close with the light, and it just sits in front of me. It's a beautiful reddy color. Thought I'd put that in the thumbnail. My name is Phil, and I am on team here at C3 Church. And this is Thought for the Day. We are a community of people gathering every day to be inspired by a word of God. And we have a team that does this Monday to Friday, 8:30. Typically, everyone else is just live on Facebook, but we are live on YouTube, on the Churchline Instagram, and on the C3 Church Facebook. Hello, Ian and Dean on Facebook. How are you doing today? Hello, Maria. And yes, the butterfly plant is a beautiful plant. I absolutely, I'm always sad when it kind of dies away a bit, and I can't quite look after it as well as some of the other plants that I have. So that's always really annoying, but it's right in front of me and it's lovely and red. And today is June. I was going to say July. I'm skipping ahead there. June the 25th in Cambridge. It is sunny, blue skies, it's warm. Hooray. Wonderful. And typically when it's good weather, I like to wear my green Converse. If you can see them, can't see them on Instagram. My green Converse. That means it's happy. I'm up for the day. Whenever you see me in those green Converse, it's a good sign. And hello, Melanie. It's been a while. It's nice to see you here. I'm so glad that it's sunny, because here in the UK, I feel like we're done with the rain. We do need still a little bit of rain, but not as much as we've had. So we are in a series called It's a Joy to Serve. It's a joy to serve. Have you enjoyed this series so far? I'd love to know. This series has been inspired by many Bible verses, but in particular, Psalm 100. I'm just copying and pasting these into the chat. Of course, YouTube doesn't like it when I copy and paste things in the chat. So this Psalm 100, 1-5, and this is New King James Version. Move out of the way. Serve the Lord with gladness. Come before his presence with singing. Know ye that the Lord, he is God. It is the truth made us and not we ourselves. We are his people and the sheep of his pasture. And that is the inspiration for this series. Today, I'm going to ask you a question as I normally do, and I would love for you to answer this question. How competitive are you? This links to the Bible verse. It's not just a random question. It's not just chaos. This is thought through. How competitive are you? Maybe on a scale of 1 to 10. I would love to know how competitive you are. Good morning, Dorothy, joining us on Facebook today. So I have been very competitive in my life, but I realized I'm actually not very good at winning things. So I made a decision to kind of scale back how competitive I am. And right now, I would say I'm not very competitive at all. One, because I've realized my colleague who sits across that way, Sarah Hewitson, is very competitive. And I've realized that I can wind her up more by not being competitive. And actually that kind of achieves that same goal. So Amanda on YouTube says she doesn't think that she's very competitive, maybe a 4. So we have our first number, a 4. Do we have anyone on Instagram? I would say I am probably a 4 now as well. I'm probably a 4. So Maria says not very, more competitive with yourself. I'd love to know if you have a number, kind of guess a number so we can compare. Not compete with you, but compare and contrast. Melanie on Facebook says, some would call me competitive, but you would like to say you're determined. That is a great phrase from someone who is competitive, determined. I like that. Hello, Jingo on Facebook. And hello, Dorothy, if I haven't said hello to you. So, Menley, you gave yourself a number, and it was 6.5 to 7. Wow, I love that. Determined. I'm going to use that at some point. You're very determined today. So, the Bible verse today, and we're on day 7 of this study, is Mark 9:35 from the ESV version. And it obviously relates to being competitive. Some of you might know where I'm going to go straight away. Some of you might not. So I'm copying and pasting in the chat. And the verse, Mark 9:35 from the ESV. And he sat down and called the 12, and he said to them, if anyone would be first, he must be last of all and servant to all. Wow, powerful verse, right? Powerful, powerful verse. So first of all, really interesting because Jesus sits down and calls the disciples to him, and you can really get a sense that this is a teaching moment, almost like he sighed. Come on, disciples, come gather around, listen to me. You're talking rubbish. You've missed the mark. Come around and I'm going to teach you something. How funny is that? I absolutely love that Jesus would do that. And what's happened before this moment is Jesus has asked the disciples, hey, what are you talking about? What you're in discussion with something, and they've basically gone on a tangent in their lives where they're thinking and relating to each other